are far better off, than children in, a single-parent home, simply because the more people, the more love.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, we all would agree with that. I'm not necessarily sure that I think that a relationship is the only way, for a person to reach self-actualization or reach their highest, level of being. I think there is a small percentage of the population, this is just me, who probably, maybe it's their destiny to be single. Maybe, I don't know, I do believe that each person's life, is a lesson, and we all choose our individual lessons. I don't know if everybody's supposed to be in a relationship or supposed to be married. Like, I used to live in Japan, and in Japan, 98 to 99% of the population gets married. That's just what they do. And, and a lot of them live their lives like, robots, following, society's mores and constructs. So, but I do hear what you're saying, and I'm loving it. We've got another caller. Let's get this person in, please. Hi, you're on the air in Spirit Talk Radio. Hello. Okay, maybe they were on hold for so long they were just like, forget it.
I definitely wanted to build on what was being said. Like, first I wanted to answer the question of the benefits of, and the brother who was just speaking definitely touched on some of the immediate, large-scale benefits of it, the macro benefits of it. Because before you can build a neighborhood, before you can build a community, before you can build a nation, and before you can build the world, you're going to have to start with the building blocks. And the building blocks to that is family and a family unit, a healthy family and a healthy family unit. So the brother was definitely right on when he said that. But, some of the other benefits of it, and let's just on a practical level, if you're in a good relationship and a healthy relationship, especially in today's times, you got somebody to split the bills with, somebody to help you move along, because I live in New York. You got to keep it 100 here. I live in New York. It's expensive up in this piece. So to be single in New York, trying to, make it, you spending your day, everything you do is going into just paying for a little one bedroom or whatever the case may be. So just on a financial level, it offers more stability.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Brother Mike, I'm going to cut you off right there because you said stability. Is that level of stability that you're talking about, and this is for everyone kind of, is it possible to have that same level of stability within an open relationship? Does an open relationship have that same capacity?
No. Because if you can come and go as you please, and especially since, like I said before, the problem that I would say one of the biggest problems in an open relationship, and let's not get an open relationship mixed up with a system of like polygamy or anything like that. That's a different system. An open relationship means I basically go and come in as I please. I have no ties to you whatsoever except for the fact that we hang out every once in a while and we do our thing with each other every once in a while on a physical level. I don't have to do anything other than that. And one of the biggest problems, like I said, since there are no ground rules being set, then that means that person doesn't have to do anything or is not inclined to do those things. So most people, if I can just come and go if I please and there's nothing that's going to hold me to you, then why am I spending my bread with just you? And especially if I'm in open relationships, I got to have a lot of bread to be able to spread all that love around to everybody who I'm involved with. So, just mathematically, if you're doing it with more than one person, the pot that you're sharing with is going to be less and less and less. So the pot that they're getting is going to be less and less and less.
Yeah.
But between two individuals, now it's 50-50 basically. And to me, I just want to clear this up. To me, 50-50, I should say instead of 50-50, now it's more balanced. Because 50-50, and today, it may not be exactly that. 50-50 is just more another way of saying it's balanced. So if I'm making much more than you and I can bear more of the bills, then it should be incumbent upon me to bear more of the bills because I'm making more than you, and vice versa. So it should just be a balanced situation. And when you're in a relationship, you do have that opportunity.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys, just 1 second, please. I'm just going to, Dominique, can you hold for a second, please? I want to thank the callers who have called in. We're going to give room for some more callers to call in. Brother, with the all of the great points, I didn't get your name, but thank you so much for calling in. And please visit our Facebook page, Facebook, Inspirit Communications, Talk Radio. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and we're going to continue on, and we're going to clear for more callers. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'm sorry. You were saying, Brother Mike.
I was just, and also I thought some of the other benefits of it, as far as when you're building with somebody, and you have and you're in a relationship and you're building with somebody, having that person who understands you enough that not only can they tell you the good things that you do, but they have the facts enough, and they have the cojones enough to tell you what's wrong and know how to put it in a way that's going to help you build. If you're in and out of relationships, you may miss that. You know what I mean? That consistency. So there's another benefit of having someone who's consistently in your life to see you go through your ups and downs, and they gain a certain amount of experience that someone who may not come in and out of your life, who comes in and out of your life may not have. So they have that consistency to help you guide, yourself, and then you do the same for them. And so it's a lot. I think there's so many different benefits and being in that type of relationship, especially when you start introducing children into that, because then now that's how you project what's going to happen in the future. So if your kids see you in and out of a relationship, then this is what they're going to believe is the way that things go. And if we believe that the building blocks of any society is family, then you want to set a precedent so that your children can see, because we don't only learn by what we're told. We learn by what we see and what we smell and what we hear and all those other things. So I think there's so many benefits in having that consistent relationship that we don't even deal with,
Good point.
I think that's powerful what you just said, Brother Mike, because
definitely.
Growing up in home, there's a few things we're really not taught. And one of them is really like about relationships. We learn certain things, that we may look and see from our relationships with our parents or whatever.
From TV.
Or on television. But they don't, like our parents don't really bless us and show us how to work with those and what to, what to expect and how to construct and what to look for. They may say, don't mess with this guy.
Didn't know.
Yeah, and can I just go back and take that, how did we come into existence? Were they aware of their union and they're coming together producing us? I mean, just to put that on the table.
Right. I know for, me, I've often felt like a biological mistake, a glitch in the universe, because, I can say that my union, the union that brought me about, my mother will say, well, it was a result of my stupidity. If you ask her, she's like, I knew. And so many of us, too many of us are products of this, and so it is, like you said, Arthur, it is really, really, we're not getting the teachings of how to be within a healthy relationship from our parents because they didn't know.
Right.
I know, for me now as a wife, being a wife is incredible, and it's incredibly difficult because I was raised to be a single woman.
Yeah.
My mother was a single woman. I grew up with the whole, I don't need no man, you can do bad by yourself. And I was raised with all of that, and then you throw in, domestic violence, and you throw in all the other stuff that I saw. I was, determined not to have children, and, I did want to be married, but, I didn't really envision it or whatever. But, this whole situation that I'm in now as a mother, as a parent, as a wife, I'm learning, especially a wife, because wives are made, not born.
Yeah.
And, I guess husbands, too. We just don't have that knowledge and that information.
And mothers, too.
Thank you.
Now, the question I'd like to pose to the panel is, what do we tell our viewers who come from situations such as what Danella has mentioned? How